Azovstal steel plant, perhaps a few thousand soldiers and civilians in its bunkers and tunnels.
They were bombing us from all sides.
It made no sense to run away because you didn't know where a bomb would drop.
And in the middle of all this, we were trying to establish our strange life.
The families ate only once a day at lunchtime. People slept to forget their hunger.
We're taking heavy casualties, we're taking losses, people are dying right now. Our lives means nothing, but our fight means everything.
Azovstal, the 80-day siege, Thursday at 8:30 and 19 GMT.
In 1994, my family and I fled the violence of the Rwandan genocide. I'm Victoria Wonghunda, and 30 years on, I am retracing my journey to safety, speaking to survivors and those who killed, and finding out how the country and the people have healed. The documentary Rwanda 30 Years On from the BBC World Service after the news.
BBC News with Moira Alderson. Israel's military chief has called the airstrike on Gaza, which killed 7 aid workers, a grave mistake which shouldn't have happened. He said it took place at night in very complex conditions. International condemnation of the incident has continued. The top appeals court in Uganda has refused to strike down a draconian anti-homosexuality law, although the judges said parts of it violated constitutional rights. The law is one of the harshest in the world. A powerful earthquake has struck the eastern coast of Taiwan. At least 9 people have been killed and hundreds injured. Some buildings are leaning dangerously. Thailand's Constitutional Court says it will consider a motion to dissolve the main opposition Move Forward party. It follows a complaint about their pledge to reform royal defamation laws. North Korea says its recent test of a new mid-range missile shows significant technical advances. The weapon could potentially reach US bases in the Pacific, as well as Japan and South Korea. The Indian authorities say 13 Maoist rebels have been killed in an anti-insurgency operation in the state of Chhattisgarh. It comes just weeks ahead of the general election. Zimbabwe has declared a state of disaster over a drought that's left over more than 2.5 million people facing hunger. It becomes the 3rd country in southern Africa, after Zambia and Malawi, to declare an emergency. Hundreds of schools across the Philippines have suspended classes because of a heat wave, which officials say could be dangerous. The Philippines heat index, which includes humidity levels, reached 44 degrees in areas on Tuesday. Georgia's governing party is reintroducing a draft law regulating organisations that it accuses of pursuing foreign interests. The bill is almost identical to one that was withdrawn a year ago, following mass public protests. BBC News.
Getting onto the property ladder has never been easy until now. Join us this and every Thursday from 7 p.m. to 8:30 p.m. live on the Property Hour show on Starr Radio UK, where we talk to mortgage brokers, property developers, estate agents, landlord, tenant, property consultants on how to invest or get into the property business and make money. You can't afford to miss this. The Property Hour show is your best source into the property industry.
Hi guys, this is your friend Uruj from SendWave. SendWave is a money transfer app that is used by people all over the world to send money to their loved ones in Africa. With SendWave, you can send money to Ghana, Nigeria, Kenya, Uganda, and Tanzania. And the best part is, SendWave is absolutely commission-free. Our exchange rates are excellent. You can see for yourself by checking them out on our website. So how do you use SendWave? SendWave is an app that you can download onto your phone from the App Store or Google Play Store. The app is free to download. After downloading it, just open the app and enter your name, email, and phone number. That's it. You're good to go. Make sure you use the promo code SR, S for Star, R for Radio. This promo code will give you £5 free credit to send to Africa on your first transaction. Your money will be delivered to your recipient within seconds. Feel free to call me on 0749 7377 647 at any time. I'll be happy to tell you all about SendWave and help you in any way I can. Remember to use the promo code SR for £5 free credit. Medasse.
Hi everyone, it's your girl BB Clement, the author of How to Go From Employee to Entrepreneur and the host of your weekly business show, BB Means Business, the show where we discuss everything you ever wanted to know about business but you were afraid to ask. How do I start my business? How do I raise the finance? How do I grow my business? Where am I going to find my customers? Join me every Tuesday at 1:30 p.m. on Starr Radio UK to get all the information and tips that you need to become a successful entrepreneur and become financially free. Remember, don't let life dictate to you. Rather, put your signature on life.
Hey, Charlie, you're on your way to Ghana. Boy, oh boy, you stressed out, tired? Go, you're going to be resting. Okay, then let me recommend to you JN Mobile Spa in Accra, Ghana. Oh boy, JN Mobile Spa, they provide organic care in massage. Are you stressed? Do you need rejuvenating, etc.? For your facials, maybe exfoliating, firming, and lifting? Then contact JN Spa on 00233 244 941 002 or 00233 2006 06386, and they will be right there on time. JN Mobile Spa, your health and beauty needs at your doorstep. Are you looking for the fastest, reliable, and trustworthy door-to-door shipment company? Well, look no further. When was the last time your family received a shipment back in Ghana on time and in time? You are not sure? Well, Lamb Shippers, we pride ourselves with being the fastest, reliable, and trustworthy shippers you can use. You are assured of a prompt pickup anywhere in the UK by our personnel. They also make sure your items are well packaged to get to its destination in time. When it comes to door-to-door shipment, look no further. Well, Lamb Shippers, contact us on 07939009321 or 07498911820. Or you can visit our website www.welllamp.co.uk. You can also drop us a mail, info@welllamp@gmail.com. Well Lamp Shippers, fast, reliable, and trustworthy.
Hi there. Are you dreaming of owning your own house in Ghana? Then you will need a well-documented piece of land that is free from troubles. I highly recommend My Africa Property for any size of land that you will need. With My Africa Property, lands are available in Prampram, Sopoli, Tohenia, Ogome, Dodova, Winneba, and many other locations at affordable prices. These locations are about an hour away from the airport, only 35 minutes from the motorway, 10 minutes drive from Central University College, 10 minutes drive to the beach, and close to Prampram Senior High School and Ghana Men's Soccer Center of Excellence. For more details, visit our website www.myafricaproperty.com or call our UK office on 0208 123 2523. For our US and Canada offices, call us on +1 585 184 994145. You can also email us at ghana@myafricaproperty.com.
Getting onto the property ladder has never been easy until now. Join us this and every Thursday from 7 p.m. to 8:30 p.m. live on the Property Hour Show on Starr Radio UK, where we talk to mortgage brokers, property developers, estate agent, landlord, tenant, property consultants on how to invest or get into the property business and make money. You can't afford to miss this. The Property Hour Show is your best source into the property industry.
Tune in to On Point here on Starr Radio UK with Empress Regina every Monday at 5 p.m. GMT. Looking forward to your company.
Hi guys, this is your friend Uruj from SendWave. SendWave is a money transfer app that is used by people all over the world to send money to their loved ones in Africa. With SendWave, you can send money to Ghana, Nigeria, Kenya, Uganda, and Tanzania. And the best part is, SendWave is absolutely commission free. Our exchange rates are excellent. You can see for yourself by checking them out on our website. So how do you use SendWave? SendWave is an app that you can download onto your phone from the App Store or Google Play Store. The app is free to download. After downloading it, just open the app and enter your name, email, and phone number. That's it. You're good to go. Make sure you use the promo code SR. S for Star, R for Radio. This promo code will give you £5 free credit to send to Africa on your first transaction. Your money will be delivered to your recipient within seconds. Feel free to call me on 0749 7377 647 at any time. I'll be happy to tell you all about SendWave and help you in any way I can. Remember to use the promo code SR for £5 free credit. Vedasse.
Hi everyone, it's your girl BB Clement, the author of How to Go from Employee to Entrepreneur and the host of your weekly business show, BB Means Business, the show where we discuss everything you ever wanted to know about business but you were afraid to ask. How do I start my business? How do I raise the finance? How do I grow my business? Where am I going to find my customers? Join me every Tuesday at 1:30 p.m. on Starr Radio UK to get all the information and tips that you need to become a successful entrepreneur and become financially free. Remember, don't let life dictate to you. Rather, put your signature on life.
Hey, Charlie, you're on your way to Ghana. Boy, oh boy, you stressed out, tired? God, you're going to be resting. Okay, then let me recommend to you JN Mobile Spa in Accra, Ghana. Oh boy, JN Mobile Spa, they provide organic care in massage. Are you stressed? Do you need rejuvenated, etc.? For your facials, maybe exfoliating, firming, and lifting? Then contact JN Spa on 00233 244 941 002 or 00233 2006 06386, and they will be right there on time. JN Mobile Spa, your health and beauty needs at your doorstep. Are you looking for the fastest, reliable, and trustworthy door-to-door shipment company? Well, look no further. When was the last time your family received a shipment back in Ghana on time and intact? You are not sure? Well, Lamb Shippers, we pride ourselves with being the fastest, reliable, and trustworthy shippers you can use. You are assured of a prompt pickup anywhere in the UK by our personnel. They also make sure your items are well packaged to get to its destination intact. When it comes to door-to-door shipment, look no further. Well, Lamb Shippers, contact us on 07939009321 or 07498911820. Or you can visit our website www.welllamp.co.uk. You can also drop us a mail, info@welllamp@gmail.com. Well Lamp Shippers, fast, reliable, and trustworthy.
Hi there. Are you dreaming of owning your own house in Ghana? Then you will need a well-documented piece of land that is free from troubles. I highly recommend My Africa Property for any size of land that you will need. With My Africa Property, lands are available in Pram, Sopoli, Tohenia, Ogome, Dodova, Winneba, and many other locations at affordable prices. These locations are about an hour away from the airport, only 35 minutes from the motorway, 10 minutes drive from Central University College, 10 minutes drive to the beach, and close to Pram Senior High School and Ghana Men's Soccer Center of Excellence. For more details, visit our website www.myafricaproperty.com or call our UK office on 0208 123 2523. For our US and Canada offices, call us on +1 585 184 994145. You can also email us at ghana@myafricaproperty.com.
Getting onto the property ladder has never been easy until now. Join us this and every Thursday from 7 p.m. to 8:30 p.m. live on the Property Hour Show on Starr Radio UK, where we talk to mortgage brokers, property developers, estate agents, landlord, tenant, property consultants on how to invest or get into the property business and make money. You can't afford to miss this. The Property Hour Show is your best source into the property industry.
Tune in to On Point here on Starr Radio UK with Empress Regina every Monday at 5 p.m. GMT. Looking forward to your company.
Hi guys, this is your friend Uruj from SendWave. SendWave is a money transfer app that is used by people all over the world to send money to their loved ones in Africa. With SendWave, you can send money to Ghana, Nigeria, Kenya, Uganda, and Tanzania. And the best part is, SendWave is absolutely commission free. Our exchange rates are excellent. You can see for yourself by checking them out on our website. So how do you use SendWave? SendWave is an app that you can download onto your phone from the App Store or Google Play Store. The app is free to download. After downloading it, just open the app and enter your name, email, and phone number. That's it, you're good to go. Make sure you use the promo code SR, S for Star, R for Radio. This promo code will give you £5 free credit to send to Africa on your first transaction. Your money will be delivered to your recipient within seconds. Feel free to call me on 0749 7377 647 at any time. I'll be happy to tell you all about Sendwave and help you in any way I can. Remember to use the promo code SR for £5 free credit. Medasse.
Hi everyone, it's your girl BB Clement, the author of How to Go From Employee to Entrepreneur and the host of your weekly business show, BB Means Business. The show where we discuss everything you ever wanted to know about business but you were afraid to ask. How do I start my business? How do I raise the finance? How do I grow my business? Where am I going to find my customers? Join me every Tuesday at 1:30 p.m. on Starr Radio UK to get all the information and tips that you need to become a successful entrepreneur and become financially free. Remember, don't let life dictate to you. Rather, put your signature on life.
The best radio show. Broadcasting worldwide online 24/7.
In your car,
At work,
at home.
on your smartphone.
Are you ready to turn it up?
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Though your heart is aching, smile even though it's breaking. When there are clouds in the sky, you get by. If you smile through your fear and sorrow, smile and maybe tomorrow you find that life is still worthwhile if you just smile. Hey, this is Archie and you are listening to Starr Radio UK and The Morning Show.
This is Starr Radio. This is
UK.
Starr Radio
UK.
This is Starr Radio
UK.
Welcome. Broadcasting worldwide online 24/7.
Enlighten your day with Starr Radio. Starr Radio. Radio for the people, by the people.
Okay, let me say myself good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good dawn to you wherever you might be on planet Earth, and those of you on other planets as well. We want to salute each and every one of you and welcome you to the Wednesday edition of the morning show. Today is Wednesday, the 3rd day of April, the year 2024, and the time now 10:49 from the House of London. Of course, it's a Wednesday edition of the morning show, so you know that we end the program or the curtains are brought out exactly at 12 o'clock. So wherever you are, don't tap the dial. Just jump in, hop in with me, and let's take this brilliant journey to the journey of the norm. But let me say good morning to my colleague and co-presenter, Mr. Olaimi Koiki, wherever you are. Morning to you. To my producer, Mr. Francis Gaye. Massive good morning to you, sir. And good work there. He makes sure that everything takes along nicely. And this morning, same is happening as well. Let me say good morning to Felix in Aberdeen, Shamsuddin, good morning to you. Kojadi, good morning to you. Pastor Emmanuel Chidi, massive good morning. Pastor Michael Esiama, yes, in Ghana, good morning to you, man of God. I call him my big reverend. I hope you are doing very well in the family as well. I salute each and every one of you. Of course, let me say good morning to my own Bishop Adeshina. Massive good morning to you. Apostle Hendrik Bruce, my head pastor of Bible Life Family Ministries in Ghana as well. I salute you there as well. And to all, somebody say, and sundry. Rachel, massive good morning to you. Share the broadcast with your friends and loved ones and invite them to like our pages as well. To my baby sister, Delta, I salute you, lady. I hope you are doing very, very well too. Okay, Evan, good morning to you all the way in Cape Town, and to as many of you who tune in daily to listen to us. We salute you and we say welcome to Starr Radio UK and welcome to the Wednesday edition of the morning show. I remain yours sincerely, the one and only
Archie. This is the morning show with Archie.
Okay, so by way of program outline, this is how the program is going to be for you this morning. I'm going to bring you the quotes for the day. The weather forecast will follow suit. Then the travel update as well. We'll move on from there to have a look at some of the stories making the rounds across the globe. That is known as Global Trotting. Then after that, we'll bring you some lovely tunes. And then we go on in details looking at the stories that is making or that has made the rounds. We continue from there at 11:45. We'll open the door or the windows for you to also add your voice to the discussions wherever it might be, and then we'll continue from then. Exactement. At 12 o'clock we'll bring the curtains down for the end of the program. So in a gist, that's what's going to happen this morning. So wherever you are, don't touch the dial. Starr Radio UK, your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London. Let's crack on. Now, so the quote of the day says what? On the 3rd day of April, my co-host said to me, what did the quote say to you? That the quote says this. It says that in today's world, the jobs and positions that reward greatly are not the ones done by brute physical ability, but those that require mental agility and ability. So, how do you see yourself? You want to know more? Continue to stay tuned as we bring you all that. It is Starr Radio UK, your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London. Okay, and then let's move on straight to the weather front. Let me tell you how the weather or what the weather is doing in London and the southeastern part of England. You can tell me what is happening in your area. For sure, you know that I will share that with all our lovely, jubbly listeners this morning. Okay, so it's going to be sunny spells. Variable cloud and isolated showers will develop this afternoon. It will gradually turn dry as skies mostly clear into the evening, allowing for some late brightness. It's going to be staying mild. Now, tonight we'll see a band of patchy rain move in from the southwest. Heavy at times, drier for a time before another band of heavy showery rain moves in during the early hours. Now, top temperature is going to be 15 degrees, the lowest is going to be 10 degrees. Pollen level is going to be high, UV level, moderate pollution, low. Sunset is going to be at 19:38, and sunrise for tomorrow morning is going to be at 06:30 hours. Okay, so that brings us to the end of the weather forecast. So we're moving on straight to the travel updates as well. So on the travel this morning, on the underground, until the 11th of April, no service between Golders Green and Edgware due to a planned engineering works. Replacement buses will operate. That is on the northern line. That aside, all the others are running a good service. DLR, London Overground, good service. But London Tram Link until until Friday the 20th. No. Until Wednesday, the 24th of April, there's no service between Leslie Road, George Street, and Beckenham Junction, Elmes End. New Addington eastbound trams will operate from Wimbledon to Wellesley Road, and westbound trams will operate from George Street to Wimbledon as well. So that is in a gist what is happening on the tram link for you. But when it comes to the major roads in London, probably the Central London red routes that have got several delays. All the others are running a very good service there. Okay, yes, on the river bus as well, there's reduced service on the Woolwich ferry. That aside, all the others are running a good service. The London Cable Car is running a good service there as well. And then that brings us to the final segment of the travel update. That's the National Rail. On the National Rail, Avanti West Coast has got severe delays. Cross Country, minor delays. Grand Central, special service. Great Western Railway, minor delays. Northern Rail, special service. Scott Rail, special service. And South Western Railway, minor delays. That aside, all the others, good service there. And that's where I would say it as I normally would do. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good dawn to you, wherever you might be on planet Earth. Enjoy your commute for today. But you know what? Continue to keep those eyes where? On the roads.
Hi guys, this is your friend Uruj from SendWave. SendWave is a money transfer app that is used by people all over the world to send money to their loved ones in Africa. With SendWave, you can send money to Ghana, Nigeria, Kenya, Uganda, and Tanzania. And the best part is, SendWave is absolutely commission-free. Our exchange rates are excellent. You can see for yourself by checking them out on our website. So how do you use SendWave? SendWave is an app that you can download onto your phone from the App Store or Google Play Store. The app is free to download. After downloading it, just open the app and enter your name, email, and phone number. That's it. You're good to go. Make sure you use the promo code SR. S for Star, R for Radio. This promo code will give you £5 free credit to send to Africa on your first transaction. Your money will be delivered to your recipient within seconds. Feel free to call me on 0749 7377 647 at any time. I'll be happy to tell you all about SendWave and help you in any way I can. Remember to use the promo code SR for £5 free credit. Medasse.
Welcome back to the program. It is Starr Radio UK. It is your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London, bringing the time now to 10:56 from the hearts of London. And it is the Wednesday edition of the morning show. Well, it's now time for us to go global. Protein, just bear with me. One of my handsets is just playing up there. But I will make sure everything ticks along nicely for you to enjoy the show. So, what's up? What's going on across the globe? Let's go global trotting. Now, FIRS have apologized over controversial Easter message. We're going to be bringing you more about that. What did the message say and why are they apologizing for it? What offense has that message actually caused? We'll be looking at all that in a moment. So wherever you are, don't even think of touching the dial. It's all coming your way from Starr Radio UK, your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London. Okay? So, then Dangote Adenuga Rabiu Atedola on Forbes 2024 billionaire list. Well. Yeah, they are doing well. Why don't we celebrate them? The bandits kidnapped 30 children in Katsina. It was only yesterday they were talking about the fact that the military said they've gone there and actually cleared some of the areas where in Katsina and up north. And but now we have the bandits going in to kidnap 30 children. Now, there was an article that was penned and published about Afrobeat star Davido, and he is now deciding to take a legal action. It's one of the April Fool's article, but he decided he's going to take legal action. I don't know the content of that, but I'll bring you more about that. The UFCC to arraign Binance executive Gabriel Nadim and Jawala on Thursday. Now, Senegalese president, Nigerian youth prefer being aides to old politicians, says Sowore. Now, Sowore is looking at the Senegalese 40-year-old president, who some will think, is so young, it doesn't know, where in Ghana and in Nigeria, we have them. They are the ones who are holding the bags of these people. No way that they will allow you to get there. If you are a young person that you're coming, you have to go to the back of the queue. That's what they say. But look at them. We'll be talking more about that in a moment. Now, Transcorp Hotels records 41.5 billion revenue in 2023. Old Mutual Nigeria sell 100% of insurance business to Emperor Group. And Easter message, FIRS apologizes to Christian community over advertorial. We'll be telling you more about all that in a moment. Chief Fuel is here as Dangote Refinery finally commences sale of petroleum. Okay, let's see how much it's going to be sold for. Of course, it's using what do you call it? A foreign exchange. In importing the parts and everything. There, we'll be looking at that in a moment. So wherever you are, don't touch the dial. It is all coming your way from Starr Radio UK, your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London. Now, Ikeja cantonment explosion caused by burning refuse. That's what the army is saying. Yesterday, we did talk about that. There had been an explosion, but they say it was caused by burning refuse. More going to be coming your way from there. Now, moving on straight to some other stories making the rounds on the African continent. Now, Senegal supporters celebrate Diomaye Faye's inauguration, and Senegal's President Diomaye Faye appoints Ousmane Sonko as Prime Minister. That's quite an interesting one. How are they going to rule that particular part of the continent or that sub-region? It's one of the things that we're watching very closely. Okay, so Diomaye as President and then Sonko as Prime Minister. How does that system work there? Okay. In other stories making the rounds as well, Kenyan doctors strike extends into third week. And then Somalia, Puntland refuses to recognize federal government. It's all stories making the rounds there as well. South Africa, parliamentary speaker faces imminent arrests. Okay, listen to Starr Radio UK, your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London. Okay, let's move on straight to some other stories making the rounds in Ghana as well. Nantechi's $100,000 bribery allegation, preposterous, naive, Anas hits back. That's what Anas is saying then. Akachi North police officer who defiled the 14-year-old girl has been jailed. And alleged child marriage, now Ayemuade, it's 16 years, not 12 years. Yeah. Okay, now they are trying to sweeten their case by saying that, well, the girl that was allegedly 12 years is now 16. I'll be telling you more about that. And here we call it pedophilia, but they were saying that it's not been married, but it's been betrothed to him. So I'll be telling you more about that. Did Baumia misquote Zachariah 4:1 during address at Owusu Bempes Church? This is a question that is going on. And a blocker drops bombshell on Ghana. 2.67 billion dubious digitization initiatives. Now, I'm going to tell you more about that because that has been heralded as one of the achievement of the Vice President, who is now the flag bearer for the ruling party. We're going to tell you more about all that, so don't you go away. Don't you go away. It's all coming your way from Starr Radio UK. Now moving on straight to some other stories making the rounds here or in other parts of the world before we come home here in the UK. Now, British aid worker killed in Gaza will be remembered as a hero, says family. Well, we've been saying this, the war. At what point do they think that we're going to call a truce and let's slip in the glide or whatever? Now, not very sure. Innocent people are now dying. So you're going after Hamas, and everything that has gone on, the kidnapping, the people, the Israelis who were killed as well, and everything. It was all not right. But the action that have been taken now, how do we equate it? How do we see it? Now, Ukraine lowers combat call up aid to boost numbers. Now, I know Ukraine, they were suffering with numbers when it comes to the military because Russia is dead recruiting left, right, center. But Ukraine has not got manpower like that. So now they've lowered the combat call. But do you think parents will be sure enough, confident enough to say, send their young men into their, or young folks in there. What do you think about all that? More going to be coming your way. 7.4 magnitude earthquake hits Taiwan, and China will have 300 million pensioners. Can it afford them? That is the question. Yesterday, whilst we were preparing to bring you, one of the stories or the news that we brought on before we started the in-house program did talk about that, and it was quite worrying for them. They're going to be growing old, but then a percentage of old people as compared to the young people, how will the system be able to cope with that is some of the stories making the rounds. Now, Bonsai and Bowen, Japan's royal family, joined Instagram as well. Well, somebody said that's a trivial issue, but well, to them, that is good. That is good. That is good. Now, will Truth Social solve Trump's money problems? Well, maybe people will be donating money. He'll be doing crowdfunding on his Truth Social, where he his own what do you call it? Social network there. Well, let's see what happens on that front. But it's all coming your way from Starr Radio UK, your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London. Mensa is challenging order to give names to inquiry. I'll be telling you more about that. And jail bankers appeal must go to top court, says politicians. Those are some of the stories making the rounds. And Royal Mail wants to keep first class posts on 6 days. Do you know more? Do you want to know more? Okay, I'll be telling you more about all this in a moment. But wherever you are, don't you go away. Let's enjoy some music and then we'll continue with the program. Let's enjoy this one from Rapapap, Edith Morrison. And it says, higher, higher, taking you higher. Yes, enjoy it and I'll be with you.
I'm going higher. I'm going higher. The Lord is my light and my salvation. So whom shall I fear? My fortress and my shield, day and night. No need to be afraid. The Lord is my light, my salvation. So whom shall I fear? He's my fortress, my shield.
Enlighten your day with Starr Radio. You are listening to Starr Radio Morning Show.
Going higher, 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 we going higher, 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 we going higher, 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 we going higher, higher, higher. He's your confidence, in his love you can trust. So no need to be afraid. The Lord is your light and your salvation. In him you can trust. We going higher, we going higher, going higher, we going higher, higher, going higher, 'cause we going higher, 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 we going higher, 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 we going higher. My life is secured and renewed in these words every day, every day. Walking in power and victory. My life is secured and renewed in these words every day, every day. Walking in power and
going higher, 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 higher. We're going higher, 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 higher. We're going higher, 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 higher.
Archie on Starr Radio. Nobody does it better. Your favorite Afro-Caribbean radio station in the UK.
Hey, Charlie, you're on your way to Ghana. Boy, oh boy, you stressed out, tired. Go, you're going to be resting. Okay, then let me recommend to you JN Mobile Spa in Accra, Ghana. Oh boy, JN Mobile Spa, they provide organic care in massage. Are you stressed? Do you need rejuvenated, etc.? For your facials, maybe exfoliating, firming, and lifting? Then contact JN Spa on 00233244941 002 or 00233200606 and they will be right there on time. JN Mobile Spa, your health and beauty needs at your doorstep. Welcome back to the program Starr Radio UK, your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London, bringing the time now exactly to 11 minutes past 11. Okay, so now let's move on. Let's have a look at some of the stories making the rounds in details this time round. Okay, so starting from Nigeria, where we normally would do, the Federal Inland Revenue Service has apologized to the Christian community in Nigeria over its Easter advertorial on the resurrection of Jesus Christ. In the quote, it said, "Our attention has been drawn to a statement by the Christian Association of Nigeria about a flyer posted on our social media platform with the headline, 'Jesus paid your debt, not your taxes.' As a responsible agency of government, we would like to say we did not put out the flyer purposely to denigrate Jesus Christ or detract from the huge sacrifices he made for humanity. We are acutely aware that the essence of Easter's spirit is to celebrate this huge sacrifice," the FIRS said in a statement signed by Dari Adekambi, a special advisor media to the FIRS chairman. Now, according to the statement, the FIRS intention was to uniquely engage taxpayers within the Christian community and to remind them of the need to prioritize payment of their taxes as a civic obligation. Yes, we will say the message ruffled their feathers in some circles. We wish to offer our unreserved apologies for this misinterpretation. Now, the unintended meaning and insinuation being read into the post was not what we were out to communicate as an agency. The statement read, did they check it? Did they test it to see the impact? And did they actually scrutinize did they look at their target audience, making sure that the communication or whatever they are putting across is understood? Did they do that? Now, the FIRS said further that it has no religion and will not bring down any religious body to offend the sensibilities of adherents of the various faiths in the country. It further clarified that its goal is to assess, collect, and account for revenue for the well-being of the country. We believe it is an investment in the progress of the country when citizens pay their taxes. Easier said than done. The question is, how are the taxes being used? Are people seeing it? Somebody say, yeah, when you travel on the roads and everything. Are we giving the enabling environment for people to work and therefore be able to pay their taxes? Or we just want to be opportunists and say, oh yeah, let's say that, and then, well, said they don't want to, they didn't intend to ruffle any feathers there, but whatever it is, so coming your way from Starr Radio UK. Okay, In other stories making the rounds there as well, Ikeja cantonment explosion caused by burning refuse. The army chief is saying the Nigerian army has confirmed a minor explosion within Ikeja cantonment, Lagos, on Monday. In a statement by the director of Army Public Relations, Major General Onyema Nwachukwu, he said the incident occurred on a farmland near the Mami Market within the cantonment. Now, he said the explosion is suspected to have been triggered by the burning of refuse and other inflammable debris by a farmer who cultivated the farmland. Fortunately, no casualties was recorded in the incident, he said. Nwachukwu said, given that the cantonment was recently cleared and certified free of unexploded ordnances, we understand that there would be concerns about the general public as a result of the historical antecedent of explosion within the cantonment area. The army authorities therefore assure the public that the situation is under control as the Nigerian Engineers Explosive Ordnance Disposal, the EOD team, has cordoned off the area of the farmland to conduct a thorough investigation into the cause of the explosion. He therefore urged residents in the general area not to panic and assure them of their safety. All right then, a good one there, giving some reassurance there. Now, yesterday I did talk about some the military operation in Katsina and some of the areas up north there, Zamfara and a few areas there that they thought, well, they managed to disrupt the operation of bandits, kidnappers, and all sorts. However, bandits in the early hours of Monday attacked Kasai village in the Basari local government area of the Katsina state and kidnapped no fewer than 30 children. A resident of the area told Channels TV in a telephone interview that the fresh attack on the children took place in the early hours of Monday. He said that the bandits attacked the children who went to fetch firewood on the outskirts of the village on Monday morning. He said the children, numbering up to 30, went behind the Kasai village to secure firewood, which their parents would use to cook for them. Unfortunately, some suspected bandits intercepted them and took them to an unknown destination. We do hope and pray that the peace and security will be restored in our state. As at the time of filing the report, the state government and police have yet to issue a statement. We'll be following it very, very closely, and as and when we have any statement from them, we'll bring it to the public domain. But it's quite interesting with everything that is happening there, isn't it? Well, now let's move on to this story as well. Now, cheap fuel is here as Dangote Refinery finally commences sale of petroleum products. Devakuma Edwin, the executive director of the Dangote Group, announced on Tuesday, March 2, that the Dangote Refinery has started supplying petroleum products to the local markets. As reported, this was verified by executives belonging to various associations of petroleum marketers. Edwin said, "We have substantial quantities. Products are being evacuated both by sea and road. Ships are lining up one after another to load diesel and aviation jet fuel. Ships load a minimum of 26 million liters, though we try to push for 37 million liters vessels for ease of operations." The president of the Independent Marketers Association of Nigeria, IPMAN, Abubakar Magandi, spoke about selling diesel into the local market. He said the local petroleum marketers set a price of $1,225, that is $0.96 dollars per liter of diesel after entering into a bulk purchase agreement and then added their markup. Now, he said the association members own over 150,000 retail stations in Nigeria. Smaller depot and petroleum marketers are reportedly looking for letters of credit to purchase petroleum products from Dangote. Now, Femi Adewale, the association's executive secretary, was quoted as saying, "Our members are discussing with banks, and these talks have reached advanced stages. When we have our letters of credit, will begin lifting products from there. The 6 million barrels of crude oil were delivered to the refinery as its 2 SPMS, 25 kilometers offshore, the business stated in a statement announcing the start of operation. Recall that on December 12, 2023, the first delivery of crude oil was made, and on January 8, 2023, the 6th shipment was delivered. One of the biggest trading businesses in Nigeria and the world, Shell International Trading and Shipping Company Limited, Stasco, sent over 8 million barrels of crude oil each day, and this was the first shipment to arrive at the factory. It was Agbami's crude grade. Now, with the delivery of an extra million barrel of bright light crude from the Nigeria National Petroleum Company, the company took a step closer to starting the manufacturing of refined petroleum products. The second shipment to be transported to Dangote facility is a fresh 1 million barrel of crude from the Shell terminal via the Trafigura-owned MT Otis, the world's largest single train refinery, is anticipating 6 million barrels of crude. So yeah, another story said Chinese cargo ship laden with Akwa Ibom refinery project consignment has berthed in Calabar port in Cross River State. The development is a significant milestone in constructing a state-of-the-art refinery in Akwa Ibom State. Some other businesses are also news lines also coming through. So with that usher in the low price sale of fuel in Nigeria, what do you think? Well, 11:21 the time. As I did say, at 11:45 the lights will be open. If you want to hop in, you feel free to do so. However, if you want to post your comments or anything, feel free to do so there as well on all the platforms that we are broadcasting on. I promise you one thing for sure, I will read them out. Now, Senegalese president, Nigerian youth prefer being age-old politicians, says Sowore. Now, Omoyele Sowore, presidential candidate of the African Action Congress, says Nigerian youth prefer being age-old politicians instead of aspiring for top positions in the country. Now, Sowore spoke on Tuesday in an interview on the channel's television while reacting to the swearing-in of Bassirou Faye as Senegal's fifth president. The 44-year-old Faye was sworn in on Tuesday at an exhibition center in Diamaniado near Dakar, the capital of Senegal. Faye defeated Amadou Ba, Senegal's former prime minister, and won 54% of the votes cast in the March 24 presidential election. Prior to the election, Faye was detained alongside Osman Sonko, his political mentor, who was accused of defamation, among other offenses. They were released 10 days before the presidential election. Speaking on the development, Sowore said Africans should not jubilate too soon over the election of Faye, but wait to see the implications of his policies and programs. And I did say that as well. The AAC's presidential candidate said the election of Faye has shown Nigerians the possibility of electing young and vibrant people. He added that he has not seen the clear aspirations of young Nigerians to become the top leaders of their country. The question is, what are your people doing? Our young people are doing what I call tag along. They are more interested in becoming special assistant to governors or senators, he said. I'm not seeing that clear aspiration of our young people to go and become the leaders of our country. Which is true, because they call them some godfathers and stuff, and they are the ones who dictate or decide on what has to be done, right? Now, most of the time, it is these young people who are pulling down the few young people who are courageous enough to say it is time to turn the corner. Now, Sowore added that Nigerian youth should not hide their youthfulness under old people who have no idea of how to even operate a phone. Oh my God. Now, he urged Nigerian youth to take power, saying that power cannot be given through constitutional amendments. So how would they get a power? That is the question there. But it's true, isn't it? It is all coming away from Starr Radio UK. It is your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London. Let's move on. One other story this around from the southeast. Now there are ongoing efforts to secure release of Nnamdi Kanu. The Reps Deputy Speaker Kalu has said. The Deputy Speaker of the House of Representatives, Honorable Benjamin Okezie Kalu, has revealed that there are ongoing efforts to secure the release of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, or the IPOB. He said while legal processes are underway, concerted political solutions are being pursued behind the scenes to ensure the release of Kanu. Addressing the issue during the social edition of Ben Kalu's Mandate, a radio program in Omahia, Abia State, Kalu said a deliberate approach was being taken to achieve the objectives. He clarified that the Peace in the Southeast project, an initiative he recently launched to address security challenges in the region through non-kinetic measures, remains committed to reconciliation, including involving Nnamdi Kanu in the peace agenda. His words, the Peace P, the Peace P, has reconciliation in the mix of what we are trying to achieve. We recognize the importance of our brother Nnamdi Kanu in the peace agenda we are pushing. That's the truth, and I have been very vocal about it. I'm not hiding it. I have always told people that I will never deny Nnamdi Kanu. He is my brother. He comes from the same place, and I will never be happy having him incarcerated when we can have him out and increase our pursuit towards peace. But in the quote continues, we may not advance all the things we are doing backdoor, but I can assure you that all the powers that be in the country know that people like us are not sitting on the fence. I don't know about the next person, but I'm talking about Benjamin Okezie Kalu. I'm not sitting on the fence about it. I am lobbying. We cannot go about this before the court. I am more interested in using a political solution towards resolving this. So I am asking for one or two things from the federal government. The last time I was with Mr. President, I discussed with Mr. President on the need for the elders of Igbo land to come sit and engage with him. And I know that one of the topics that will come up there is our brother. In the quote continues, we will also thank him for all the good things, the appointments he has been giving to Igbo people. So while the court is doing what they are doing, I will not truncate legal processes, but some of us are not afraid to identify with him and to ask for him to be released. Any other thing can follow up after that. So that is what is going on at the moment. And those who are close to him will assure you we are working closely on this mandate. It is achievable. The answer is yes. And it goes on further to say, and I am happy with the statement that he made the last time he was in court. He said all those who are causing violence are not IPOB people. That anybody who is using his name to be causing violence is a hater of Indie Igbo. Okay? Well, a good one, good player on call there. So let's see what happens. Let's see. Maybe one of these days we'll wake up in the morning, they say he's been released. What about that? But it's all coming away from Starr Radio, okay? This is your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London. 11:28 the time. Starr Radio Radio station. Let's take a commercial break. We come back and we continue with the program. Stay tuned and don't you go away. Hey, Charlie. You're on your way to Ghana. Boy, oh boy. You stressed out. Tired? Go, you're going to be resting. Okay, then let me recommend to you JN Mobile Spa in Accra, Ghana. Oh boy. JN Mobile Spa will provide organic care in massage. Are you stressed? Do you need rejuvenated, etc.? For your facials, maybe exfoliating, firming, and lifting? Then contact JN Spa on 00233 244 941 002 or 00233 2006 06386, and they will be right there on time. JN Mobile Spa, your health and beauty needs at your doorstep.
Getting onto the property ladder has never been easy until now. Join us this and every Thursday from 7 p.m. to 8:30 p.m. live on the Property Hour Show on Starr Radio UK, where we talk to mortgage brokers, property developers, estate agent, landlord, tenant, property consultants on how to invest or get into the property business and make money. You can't afford to miss this. The Property Hour Show is your best source into the property industry.
Everywhere you go, Afrobeat reggae dancehall taking over. Everywhere you go, Afrobeat reggae dancehall taking over. Yo, what's up, people? This is a boy Raskin Bobo One. Tune in every day, every night at the Starr Radio UK with the big man them Archie. When I say Orta, you say fire.
Welcome back to the program Starr Radio UK. 7:30 the time, and let's move on. Well. All eyes was on Senegal yesterday during the swearing in of Diomaye Faye. Now, supporters of Bassirou Diomaye Faye arrived at the Abdou Diouf International Conference Center in Diamaniadio, just outside of Dakar, ahead of his inauguration as Senegal's 5th president on Tuesday. Faye was elected after former President Macky Sall attempted to delay elections in February, leading to deadly protests on the street of Dakar. And Senegal's Constitutional Court forced Sall to allow elections which were held on March 24. Senegalese citizens Sinabo Diop, whose son was killed during the protest, said, "I hope that this new administration clears things up for us so that our hearts are relieved. Money cannot replace a life, but I hope that the person responsible for my son's death is identified and judged." Faye is 44 and is now the youngest democratically elected president in Africa and the youngest president in Senegal's history. Now, he is popular among Senegal's youth, who see him as a change from years of rule by political class that was largely considered out of touch with young people's aspirations. Norman Sarko's a Faye supporter who came to attend the inauguration said, "A new day begins in Senegal. The youth have waited for this." Now, analysts have expected the election to go into a second round of voting, given if no candidate could secure more than 50% of the vote. But Faye came through with a surprise win in the first round with 54% of the votes. Now, no one could have predicted what happened. Now, this situation is the first time in Senegal that an opposition candidate rises to power with 50% and something percent. 50 and something percent, okay, of votes. Now, no contestations, no appeal. It is an exceptional situation, said Mayebi Mbaye, speaking outside the conference center. Now, Macky Sall's mandate ends on April 2, that was yesterday, so the inauguration had to be held, that was yesterday, less than 2 weeks after the presidential election. But still, in Senegal. Now, one of us were asking what will be the position of Ousmane Sonko. Now, Senegal inaugurated Africa's youngest elected leader as president on Tuesday, as the 44-year-old and previously little known Bassirou Diomaye Faye completed a dramatic ascent from prison to palace within weeks. Now, last month's election tested Senegal's reputation as a stable democracy in West Africa, a region rocked in recent years by coups and attempted coups. Now, Faye was released from prison less than 2 weeks before the vote, along with mentor and popular opposition figure Ousmane Sonko, following a political amnesty announced by outgoing President Macky Sall. The arrest had sparked months of protests and concerns that Starr will seek a third term in office despite term limits. Now, right group said dozens were killed and about 1,000 were jailed. In his first speech as president, Faye remembered those killed and arrested during the protests and promised to deliver greater sovereignty for Senegal while working to build prosperity. He goes on to say, I'm aware that the results of election express a profound desire for systemic change, he said. This is the first elected office for Faye, a former tax inspector. His rise has reflected widespread frustration among Senegal's youth with their country's direction, a common sentiment across Africa, which has the world's youngest population and a number of leaders widely accused of clinging to power for decades. But well, he's appointed Ousmane Sonko as the Prime Minister. So that my Sonko is going to be running the day-to-day affairs of government. Let's see how it all pans out, that they don't fall out during the course of ruling. But it's all coming your way from Starr Radio UK, your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London. We had the president of Ghana, the president of Nigeria, and some African leaders there as well. And, well, that's a good one, isn't it? All right, then. Now, in South Africa's parliamentary speaker faces imminent arrest over corruption charges after a court on Tuesday dismissed her bid to block police and prosecutors from arresting her. Noziviwe Mapiza Nakula, who is a senior member of the ruling African National Congress Party, is accused of receiving bribes from a defense contractor while she was a defense minister. According to prosecutors, she received 11 payments totaling $135,000 between December 2016 and July 2019. She sought another bribe of $105,000 but wasn't paid, prosecutors said. Now, opposition lawmakers have called for her to step down from her position as speaker over the allegation. Mapisa Nkakula last week launched an urgent court bid to block her arrest, but a judge at the North Gordon High Court in Pretoria dismissed her application on Tuesday. Now, speaking to reporters after the judgment was delivered, National Prosecuting Authority spokesman Mtunzi Mahaga did not say when the arrest will be made, confirmed the judgment paved the way for it to occur. Now, obviously, the wheels of justice will now be in motion as we were listening to the judgment, which was well reasoned. Mahaga said, we have always maintained that this is unprecedented and it was unnecessary for us to be brought to court. We have always maintained that the process of arrest will be done seamlessly, he added. Before launching a court bid, Mapisa Ngakula was told by prosecutors she will turn herself in to authorities for processing and to appear before a judge. Mapisa Ngakula is the latest African National Congress leader to face corruption allegation as the party prepares to fight tough national elections this year. Now, recent polls suggest that the party could receive less than 50% of electoral support for the first time since it came to power in 1994. Listeners, this is Starr Radio UK, and this is your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London. Now, let's move on to some other stories making the rounds, still on the African continent. Yesterday, we did talk about the marriage, alleged child marriage that was going on. There is pertaining to is it how many year old girl? Is it a 13-year-old girl, a 12-year-old girl allegedly, and a 64-year-old man? And later on during the course of the program, some further information came through saying that the child has not been married to the man, but has been betrothed. Okay? And I remember after the program having a chat with my producer, and then I was saying that when it comes to the trocosi, they do something of the sort when people are betrothed, or because maybe of their indebtedness to the priests or the shrine or whatever. So they have to now either bring somebody in to stand in as a form of reward or payback or whatever it is. So, but this morning we wake up to come and find out that Alecha married now. I am the 12-year-old. Alec 12-year-old. It's not 12, but she is 16. The office of the Gbagbo Wolomo has clarified. The office of the Nungwa Gbagbo Wolomo has debunked assertion that now Ayemu Ade, the virgin child chosen to customarily marry the Gbagbo deity, is 16 years and not 12. The office of the Gbagbo Wolomo has also clarified that the relationship between Gbagbo Wolomo and the 16-year-old girl, Na Ayemu Ade, is simply customary and not a marriage. Addressing the press conference of the office of the Gbagbo Wolomo, spokesperson for the Gbagbo Wolomo, Ni Bote Kofi Francois the second, Nungwa Mankralo, acknowledged that while the said customary marriage involves an underage individual, it does not sanction the institution of sexual relationship. A 63-year-old Gbagbo Wolomo has over the weekend faced backlash after a video surfaced online showing him participating in a marriage-like ceremony with a young girl, Na Okromo. The controversial event occurred on Saturday, March the 30th in Nungwa, drawing widespread attention and criticism. But to settle the controversy, the spokesperson of the Gbagbo Wolomo explained that the ceremony did not entail the girl assuming marital responsibility. However, African Education Watch calls for the immediate arrest of the Gbagbo Wolomo following the decision to marry a 12-year-old girl. The traditional marriage of a 63-year-old Gbagbo Wolomo, Numo Bokete Lawe the 33rd, XXX, okay, to a 16-year-old girl, Na Okromo, has incurred the wrath of the public, with African Education Watch calling for immediate arrest of the overlord of the Dangbe states. The aftermath of the ceremony last Saturday, March 30, sparked public outrage among Ghanaians on social media. The latest to join in is the think tank Africa Education Watch. Executive Director of the African Education Watch, Kofi Asare, in a Facebook post said, "The law says it is illegal to marry a 12-year-old girl." He added, the excuse that she won't be performing conjugal duties is immaterial to the law, and the courts must grab the Nungwa Wolomo and cohorts now. The Gbagbo Wolomo, who serves as the overlord of all Dangbe states and the traditional leader, have received fierce criticism from the New Brook on social media. Meanwhile, the Ghana Police Service says the 12-year-old girl who allegedly married to Gbagbo Wolomo and her mother are currently under police protection. According to the Ghana Police Service, the location of the 12-year-old girl in Nungwa, Accra, has been identified. The girl and her mother are currently under police protection. The Ghana Police Service is working with the Ministry of Gender, Children and Social Protection and the Department of Social Welfare to provide her with the necessary support while the matter is being investigated, the police explained in a statement. Catch them young. Well. You see the face of that old man. Oh boy. Well, listeners, need I say more? Let me just leave it there. It is Starr Radio UK. It is your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London. And now we move on to, one other story. Then we can come to other parts of the world and then to the UK, and then we bring the program to a close. The North Tongo Member of Parliament has accused the government of massive expenditure in the health sector in initiatives he describes as dubious, duplicative, and deadly so-called digitalization. In a lengthy post on Facebook on April 3, 2024, Ablakwa said the sum of these initiatives came up to 2.67 billion Ghana cedis. He lamented serial reports of how health facilities across the country has suffered one form of deprivation or the other in recent years. With this shambolic state of health care in Ghana, one wonders why the current Kufuor-Baumia-led government will ignore the priorities, begging for urgent solutions and rather be fixated on dubious, duplicative, and deadly so-called digitalization initiatives at a heartless cost of 2.67 billion Ghana cedis. His post read in part. He continued, to our utter shock, the National Health Insurance Authority has submitted a 2024 allocation formula to Parliament, which mindlessly and unpatriotically prioritizes the following. 1. Biometric ID cards and authentication system. That is worth 405.74 million Ghana cedis. This is despite the billions we have already spent in Ghana cards. Now, management information system. That is 343.92 million Ghana cedis. Capturing of claims data. 112 million Ghana cedis. Ministry of Health provider, the e-health solution, that is 80 million Ghana cedis. Claims processing centers and e-claims, 76 million Ghana cedis. Archival system and document management, 38.58 million Ghana cedis. Telecare service platform, 30 million Ghana cedis. Transfer of data from NIA, 10 million Ghana cedis. And e-pharmacy, 11 million Ghana cedis. The NHIA dubious and duplicate digitalization expenditure for 2024 alone amounts to an incredible 1.107 billion Ghana cedis. The fundamental question is, should a struggling health insurance scheme which is unable to pay claims on time, a scheme owning hospitals, a scheme operating in dilapidated hospitals without critical equipment, with many analysts indicating that cash and carry is back in many parts of Ghana, be spending over 1.1 billion on non-core interventions in the name of digitalization? And that is the question that is asking. And how true is that? It goes on further to say, not also that the NHIA allocated over 1.1 billion in 2024 to shady and misplaced digitalization deals. They callously and shamelessly allocated only paltry 2 million Ghana cedis for desperate dialysis patients. So at times I do ask myself, our priorities, do we get them right? Or we just look at what benefits some individuals are going to make and then we get on with it. Now, maybe in a good time when people are not doing cash and carry, and in a good time where we've been able to put our health sector in a place where it's operating well, we might not need all this. So until such things are done, or we are in a very comfortable place, then we can decide to blow 1.1 billion on things like that. But hey, what do I know? The US $100 million light wave project is described as the e-health project with biosurveillance, that's early warning system. The launch took place at the Winneba Trauma and Specialist Hospital on November 21, 2017, and was headlined by Chief of Staff Honorable Akosua Fremont Say Opare of the special guest as the special guest of honor, Minister of Health Kweku Ajima Menu as a keynote speaker, and Dr. Anthony Insiansare, Director General of the Ghana Health Service. It added, Ablakwa has over the years published documents about government expenditure and contracts that he claims are improper. What do you think? Are they improper? Is it something that we have to sit back and look at it again? Or do you think it's one of those things, let it roll? What do you think? It's all coming your way from Starr Radio UK. Let's take a commercial break. We come back. If you want to hop in, feel free to do so. Yes, you can call us on 0208-133-2257 or text us. It's 075396617744, or you can X. Yes, you can X us. Yes, X handle is at Starr Radio UK and email address is info@starradiouk.com. Stay tuned.
Hi guys, this is your friend Uruj from SendWave. SendWave is a money transfer app that is used by people all over the world to send money to their loved ones in Africa. With SendWave, you can send money to Ghana, Nigeria, Kenya, Uganda, and Tanzania. And the best part is, SendWave is absolutely commission-free. Our exchange rates are excellent. You can see for yourself by checking them out on our website. So how do you use SendWave? SendWave is an app that you can download onto your phone from the App Store or Google Play Store. The app is free to download. After downloading it, just open the app and enter your name, email, and phone number. That's it. You're good to go. Make sure you use the promo code SR. S for Star, R for Radio. This promo code will give you £5 free credit to send to Africa on your first transaction. Your money will be delivered to your recipient within seconds. Feel free to call me on 0749 7377 647 at any time. I'll be happy to tell you all about SendWave and help you in any way I can. Remember to use the promo code SR for £5 free credit. Medasse.
Hi everyone, it's your girl BB Clement, the author of How to Go from Employee to Entrepreneur and the host of your weekly business show, BB Means Business. The show where we discuss everything you ever wanted to know about business but you were afraid to ask. How do I start my business? How do I raise the finance? How do I grow my business? Where am I going to find my customers? Join me every Tuesday at 1:30 p.m. on Starr Radio UK to get all the information and tips that you need to become a successful entrepreneur and become financially free. Remember, don't let life dictate to you. Rather, put your signature on life.
This is Starr Radio UK.
Welcome back to the final segment of the program at 9 minutes to the top of the hour. Exactly at 12 o'clock, we made the program to a close. Well, so now let's go to what is happening in other parts of the world as well. Eyewitnesses video show extensive damage in Hualien and near the quake epicenter, with some buildings left leaning at a 45-degree angle. The tremors also triggered landslides shrouding nearby villages in dust. Now, rescue efforts are ongoing and at least 9 people have been confirmed dead. The earthquake is the strongest recorded in Taiwan in 25 years. Well, you want to know more? Stay tuned, and as and when I have more, I will bring in your way. That is 7.4 magnitude earthquake that has hit Taiwan. Still going on. Yesterday we were watching, whilst during the program, while the precept to the program, we had some information coming through during the news updates from BBC, and they were talking about the fact that China is going to be having a problem due to its aged people. But China's aging population, a demographic crisis is unfolding for President Xi. A 72-year-old farmer Hunchen Kao was reacting to his pension with a throaty crackle. Now he sucks on his home road cigarette, narrows his brow, and tilts his head as in his very question is upset. No, we don't have a pension, he says, looking at his wife of more than 45 years. Mr. Kao belongs to a generation that witnessed the birth of communist China. Like his country, he has become old before he has become rich. Like many rural and migrant workers, he has no choice but to keep working and to keep earning as he's fallen through a weak social safety net. A slowing economy shrinking government benefits, and decades-long one-child policy have created a creeping demographic crisis in Xi Jinping's China. The pension pot is running dry, and the country is running out of time to build enough or a fund to care for the growing number of elderly. Now, over the next decade, about 300 million people who are currently aged 50 to 60 are set to leave the Chinese workforce. Now, this is the country's largest age group, nearly equivalent to the size of the US population. Who will look after them? The answer depends on where you go and who you ask. And it's quite a scary thing. It's quite a scary thing. The next will be Japan. The next, USA. And then India. But Mr. Kao and his wife live in the northeastern province of Liaoning, China's former industrial heartland. Now, vast swaths of farmland and mine hills surround the main city of Shenyang. Plumes of smoke from smelting factories fill the skyline alongside some of the country's best preserved World Heritage sites from the Qing dynasty. Nearly a quarter of population here is 65 or older. An increasing number of working age adults are leaving the heavy industries hub in search of better jobs in bigger cities. Now, if you look at things like that, you ask yourself the question. Yesterday, if you did listen or watch BB Clement on BB Means Business with when she hosted Dr. Olumide Emmanuel, you will hear that he did mention that. So you can go back to listen to yesterday's BB Means Business show and you will understand that. So what are you doing now? How are you investing the money that you are making to make sure that come your pension age, you are kind of cool? Starr Radio UK. Well, Luis Rubiales, the former president of the Spanish Football Federation, has been arrested as part of a corruption investigation. He was detained on his arrival in Madrid from Dominican Republic. He is suspected of receiving illegal commissions when negotiating a lucrative deal to stage the Spanish Super Cup competition in Saudi Arabia. Now, prosecutors are seeking a 2.5-year jail term for Mr. Rubiales, who denies any wrongdoing. Mr. Rubiales was in the Dominican Republic when police searched his home last month. They also searched the Football Federation headquarters and made several arrests. Mr. Rubiales is also separately due to go on trial for sexual assault for kissing the player Jenny Hermoso on the mouth after last summer's World Cup final. Well, ladies and gentlemen, this is Starr Radio UK. Here in the UK, one other story, and then we'll move on from there. Okay, let me bring you this one. Now, Police Scotland has received more than 3,000 hate crimes reports since a new law was introduced on Monday. Now, it creates a new crime of stirring up hatred over protected characteristics. A large number were about 2020 speech by First Minister Hamza Yusuf, then Justice Secretary, highlighting white people in prominent public roles. The Community Safety Minister Siobhan Brown said people were making fake and vexatious complaints. Now, Police Scotland said complaints about Mr. Yusuf's speech were assessed at the time with no crime committed and no action taken. The new law will not apply retrospectively. Now, it goes on further to say hate crime reports are handled by the Force Contact Command and Control Centers. These have been extremely busy but are understood to be coping with a number of complaints. Ms. Brown said on the Good Morning Scotland program that misinformation and publicity had led to the high number of reports. Ladies and gentlemen, this is where I bring the program to a close for today. And let me say thank you very much for joining us. We'll be back your way tomorrow, God willing. So, but remember at dawn, tomorrow dawn at 5, we'll be having the Power Hour Command the Morning by Reverend Michael Esiama and his team. So on that note, I would say have a top of the day until I see you tomorrow. Bye-bye for now and keep yourself safe.
This is Starr Radio UK.
In your car,
At work.
at home,
On your smartphone.
Bye.